Today I have a beautiful autumn sunflower gift bag to share with you. So let's get started. Hi everyone, I am Annette van Zyl and today I want to show you how to create a panel for a gift bag, adding some texture and color using a Altenew embossing folder, die cuts and fresh dye inks to achieve beautiful autumn tones and let it shine as the focus point. To create this beautiful panel, I'm going to use the Altenew Deck Planks 3D embossing folder, the lovely Rose Peony Vase die, the Ribbon Waves 3D embossing folder, the Delectable Delights Fresh Dye ink, Coffee Break Crisp Dye ink, Sunkiss Delights Fresh Dye ink, Wood Wobbler Fresh Dye ink, Mediterranean Glow Fresh Dye ink, and the small ink brush. The Bright Bloom layering die set, the Cute Open Rose layering die set, the leaves, the Timeless Sentiments die set, and the fine liner pens. I'm now going to ink blend the vase with the Wood Wobbler Citronella Fresh Dye ink, the Green Gold Fresh Dye ink, and the Coffee Break Mocha Crisp Dye ink. I'm first ink blending with the Citronella Fresh Dye ink. I'm now using the Green Gold Fresh Dye ink. I'm now lightly swiping the Coffee Break Mocha Crisp Dye ink over the embossed vase. I embossed the bottom of the cardstock using the Altenew Deck Planks 3D embossing folder. I'm now going to ink blend with the Delectable Delights Hazelnut Fresh Dye ink. I'm now going to ink blend with the Almond Butter Fresh Dye ink. I want to create some shadows around the vase using the Almond Butter ink. I'm now going to use the Milk Chocolate Fresh Dye ink. I'm just lightly swiping the ink band across the embossed area. Just look at the beautiful texture that has been created here onto the embossing area. For the background, I'm going to use the Mediterranean Glow Fresh Dye ink, the Antique Olive, the Olive, and the Sugar Kelp. I will be also using this small blending brush. I'm starting in the middle and picking up the Antique Olive Fresh Dye ink and just lightly ink blend onto the cardstock. I just placed a piece of cardstock here onto the embossing area, and I'm now finishing with the Antique Olive ink blending. I'm now going to ink blend with the Olive Fresh Dye ink. Oh, this small blending brushes is so easily to use to ink blend. I'm now going to ink blend with the Sugar Kelp Fresh Dye ink. I'm just going to do it in the four corners and in between. A tip I want to give you, when you're looking for a certain color of cardstock, just use your inks to ink blend a cardstock to get the right color combination. Another tip I want to give you is never press too hard on your blending brush. Just use lightly circle motions. And here is the background all done. Isn't this beautiful? I die cut white cardstock using the Bright Bloom layering die set. I'm going to ink blend the sunflowers using the Sunkissed Delights, Amber Blaze and Melted Butterscotch fresh dye ink. I will use the mini blending brush. I'm starting with Amber Blaze fresh dye ink. And here you can see it's so easy to ink blend the ink with the mini blending brush. By placing the die cut on the sticky mat, you don't need to worry that it will move while ink blending. I'm now ink blending just the middle of the sunflower using the Melted Butterscotch fresh dye ink. I'm now going to ink blend the inside of the sunflower using the Delectable Delights Milk Chocolate fresh dye ink and the Coffee Break Espresso crisp dye ink with the mini blending brush. I'm starting with the Delectable Delights Milk Chocolate fresh dye ink. I'm now using the Coffee Break Espresso crisp dye ink. And here the sunflower is all ink blend. It is so pretty. I'm now going to use the new Altenew fine liner pens. I'm using the fine liner pen 005 to add some beautiful detail onto the sunflower die cut. I'm just adding some black dots inside the embossed area of the die cut. This is such an easy way to add some texture onto the die cut. Is this not beautiful? I die cut some green cardstock using the Cute Open Rose layering die set leaf die. I die cut some cardstock using the Timeless Sentiments die set. And here the gift bag is all done. I think you're going to agree with me. By adding this beautiful ink blend background behind the sunflowers, adding those texture onto the embossing area and the vase with the ink pad, and adding those fine liner pen dots onto the sunflowers, just give this beautiful texture and eye-catching focus onto the gift bag panel. I hope you like the gift bag and will share your project with Altenew and me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again real soon. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye-bye.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.